Alright guys, so here we go. We're going to do a little bit of upkeep on the Dremel here. If you didn't see it last time, the last video I had released was going over the Dremel a little bit, just some features on it and some bits. We didn't go in depth about using it or nothing like that, just talking about what it is, what it can be used for, and stuff like that. Now we're going to do upkeep on it and replace some brushes in it. So let's get started on that, guys. Alright, and so what you're gonna need, brushes between different Dremels and different rotary tools are not interchangeable, but this is the brushes for the Dremel 4000 if that's what you have. But really the best way to go about ordering them, because if you try to order them online through different companies and stuff, they're very likely actually to send you the wrong brushes and then it won't work. Or you could mess up the whole Dremel using it. So the best way to go about doing that is get a hold of the Dremel company. Alright, you could call them. They have a customer service line. You might be on hold for a little bit depending on if they're busy or not, but you call them, you'll get a customer service representative. All you got to do is tell them you need motor brushes for your Dremel. They'll ask you the model, you tell them the model, and then that's really it. So guys, here we go. We're going to start replacing the brushes. Now, all you're going to need for replacing the brushes for this is just the tool that usually comes with the Dremel, or you could just use a normal screwdriver, but I have this on hand, so this is what I'm going to use. Alright, so where the motor brushes are in this Dremel are these little plastic parts here. All we got to do is remove the screws. So, just unscrew it, and they'll come out just fine. Alright, now the brushes on these don't wear evenly, like this one. If you really wanted to be cheap, you could put it back in and it would run pretty well. But just for the sake of the tool, I'm going to replace both. Now this one on this side is the bad one. All you gotta do is just screw it out. That comes out, and then it doesn't really pop out so much. As you see, the spring's there, so what I just do is I hook the end of the tool underneath the spring and pull her on out. Now, there you see the brush is pretty worn down to a nub of nothingness. So let's open up our new brushes here and compare it. Alright, so here is a new brush. This is the old brush that needs replaced. As you can see, it's pretty well dead. Alright, here's the other brush. It's not as bad as the other one, but still we're just going to replace it anyway. So all you do is you just drop that back in there. Alright, snug fit. Put on your cap again. It's going to be a little difficult getting the screw back in with the spring. Just carefully don't cross thread it, because this is a plastic cap, so it can tear itself apart really easily. And you just screw it back in. Don't overdo it, don't over tighten it, because that screw will, because that screw is not what's going to push the brush into the motor. What it is going to be doing it is the spring on the brush is going to push off the screw and shove itself in towards the motor. So you don't gotta really crank this down, just a little bit, you know, just to where it's right below the edge of it, like it is for brand new whenever it's from the factory. Alright, let's put that one in there. Tighten her down. Now, if you're not comfortable with doing this on your own, that's totally fine. You can get a hold of the Dremel company, and they do have, you can set it up to where you can send in your Dremel, and they will replace parts for you. Now, it's not cost effective, in my opinion, to do that. They will do everything all the way up to a completely new Dremel if you get a hold of them for the price. Now, whenever I bought these brushes, they were just like, I think it was like $4 for the pair, if that, and like with shipping and everything. I don't quite remember. I've had these ordered for a while now, but they ship in like 2 to 5 days, and they're pretty easy to change by yourself. And whenever I looked it up to just send it to the company, because before I found out it was the brushes that was bad with it, I thought maybe I might have needed a new variable switch in it or something. And whenever I checked out how expensive it would have been to send it in to replace it, it was just not worth it. I probably should have just bought a new one before I found out. But once I found out it was the brushes, it's simple. There you go. That's all you got to do to replace them. Now, to wear them in, we're going to go over that next. Alright guys, this week's video shout out goes to Pickled Hammer Forge. He does some pretty cool projects, does a lot of blacksmithing projects. He also has some other stuff on it. His channel's name is now Pickle Hammered Forge and more. So go check him out. He's a good part of the community with some other people. Sends stuff out and gets stuff in return. So go check him out, guys. Show him some love. His link will be in the description, as well as the end of the video. So, enjoy as we get back to replacing brushes on this Dremel. Alright guys, so we have the Dremel here all set up. We got the new brushes in it. Now, how you wear the brushes in, what you gotta do is turn her on at the lowest setting. First at 5,000 RPMs. Alright, and then gradually bring it up step by step till you get to the max RPM. On this one it is 35,000 RPMs a minute. And then hold it at its highest RPM for 30 to 60 seconds. Alright, that's how you replace the brushes on it. Okay, it's ready to go now. You can put in the bits how you would any other time, and she'll run great. And if you if it dies out again because the brushes start wearing out on you, you can get by just tightening it down a little bit to put it in, but it's not good for the motor, especially if your brush is as worn down as these ones were. Now, the brushes don't go out all the time. I've had this thing for, I want to say, like 5 years at least, and this is the first time I've had to replace the brushes on it. And I really abuse this thing. I put it through its paces. It's a huge workhorse in my shop. I use it for just about everything. But anyway, guys, I hope you like this. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'll put a link to the Dremel website in the description, so you guys can check out the prices on things or different attachments that they have, and so you can pick one up. I'll also put a link to this exact model of Dremel in the description, so you guys, if you want, you can go out and get this exact one and then use it. I can do nothing but recommend the best with this product. I haven't had any issues with it. It works great. Alright, I'll see you around, guys. Remember, like, share, comment, and subscribe.